like an old man. I play my lonely song just like an old man. I play to get along. I got my own style, you got your own style. I got my own style, you got your own style.
It was a very special moment in my life because I've made a lot of music, more rock in English, and but it's really a double personality in my mind because I was really also a fan of French music, but I never dare to write in French, you know. So when I when I was 20, I started to studying theater in Brussels, and it was like a click in my mind, you know. I just say, okay, now I have to try to writing songs in French. And because in theater, teacher learn to you to observing a lot of stuff around you, you know, people in the streets, how they move, how they talk, all that stuff. I'm writing like in a little book, like characters when just about my observing, you know, and that becomes the first songs of Saule, you know. So after that moment, I just goes on to writing in French because not about the success or all that stuff, because I was really surprised when success comes, you know. It was just like a pleasure to myself in first, you know.
Au bout du cimetière, dans l'allée tout au fond, à 6 pieds sous terre, à deux on se morfond. Moi j'avais mon style, toi t'avais ton style.
It's a lot of images. I'm working a lot of that way, you know. About Dusty Man, for example, I was this video in my mind about two men like in Sergio Leone's movie, you know, just fighting, you know, with the guns and the... So, but in place of guns, it's Mike, you know, it's just, hey man, and what you say, man, don't speak my mother tongue, and you know, that fighting, you know, about two old-fashioned guys who's just fighting about who is the most old-fashioned. No, it's not me, it's you. And so, yeah, it was a picture at first, again.
Et toi l'Englishman, enlève dans ton chapeau.
Qu'est-ce que tu dis, man? Don't speak my mother tongue. Comme moi j'avais mon style, toi t'avais ton style. So
since I have maybe 40 or 15, all in my life I met a lot of people, different people with different cultures, and so my mind really opened to all that style, you know. I remember when I was a student, I have a job, you know, and there is a place in Brussels called La Médiathèque. It's a kind of bibliothèque. You can rent CDs, you know, for a week or a month. And I was working there, and so I have free rent as you know, employment. And I remember I come back at home with 50 or 20 CDs each day, you know, because all the responsible of each department, you know, you have jazz department, electro, rock, French world, and they love me and they say, hey man, you have to listen that, you have to listen that. And so I remember my curiosity was really growing up each day, and since that moment I'm still stay curious. And I think that that's why in my album you have some African stuff, you have also some hip-hop stuff, you have folk music, you have Dusty Man, who's a mix of a lot of stuff.
We are the Dusty Men, we are the Dusty Men, like an old time, like an old time, like an old time song. We are the Dusty Men, we are the Dusty Men, like an old time, like an old time, like an old time song.
I think it's life, you know, in the same day you can cry and laugh with 2 minutes of, you know, space, you know. So it's losing a song is a terrible stuff. And I was thinking to myself, can I really talk about it? But for me, a song is exactly like that. The important is, of course, the subject, but almost the way to talk about it, you know. And I think if you find a good way to talk about it, you can talk about everything. And if you ask to 7 writers to talk about the same subject, you have 7 songs different. And that's That's why I think it's important to find the way to tell the stories. And at this moment, it's just like for the style of the music style. You can use each style you want. You know, the link is there. You know,
We are close together.